Marissa Lane was the kind of woman who made routines feel safe. She packed lunches the night before, kept a tidy calendar on the fridge, and never left her house without texting someone first. Which is why the morning she vanished felt wrong from the beginning. It was a Tuesday in early spring. Bright outside, but cold enough that the air still stung. And Marissa had planned a normal day. Drop off paperwork at the bank, pick up groceries, be home before her stepdaughter got home from school. Her husband Evan said Marissa kissed him on the cheek around 7:40 a.m., grabbed her jacket, and walked out the door with a quiet look on her face. That was his whole story short. Neat. No emotion spilling over, just tidy lines like he'd rehearsed them. But by noon, Marissa still hadn't answered texts. Her phone went straight to voicemail. Her car wasn't in the driveway. Evan waited exactly long enough to look like a worried husband, then called police and reported her missing. Dispatch told him what they tell everyone. Adults can leave voluntarily. They don't always treat it as urgent. Sometimes you have to wait. Evan didn't push back the way desperate spouses do. He just said, "I understand," like he'd expected the answer. Officers arrived and found the house undisturbed. No broken glass, no open drawers, no signs of a fight. But something subtle felt off. Marissa's medication was still next to the sink, the medication she needs to take every day. That's something she never forgot. Her sister would later tell them. Evan insisted she must have forgotten to grab it when she ran out the door. But the evidence argued she never planned to go anywhere for long. The town search began that evening. Flyers, volunteer groups, local woods checked. Yet, Evan didn't join the first search line, didn't stand out front waiting, didn't plead into the camera like most spouses do. Instead, he spent the night inside his home office with the door closed. When detectives asked for his phone, Evan handed it over without protest, even smiling politely, like he was relieved they were finally taking control. That politeness didn't last, because the next day, detectives discovered Marissa's car parked in front of the grocery store, just 3 minutes from home, backed into a space like someone didn't want the license plate visible. There were no groceries inside, no phone, no keys, but there was something else. A faint, sweet smell like floral perfume, stronger than it should have been, as if someone had sprayed the interior to erase a different scent. Evan claimed Marissa must have changed her mind and walked off. But the detective noticed his wording. He never said, "She'll come back." He said, "She's gone." And that same afternoon, the detective received a call from a funeral home across town, not because anyone reported a body, but because the funeral director felt uneasy. He said, "I don't know if this is anything, but your missing woman's husband came in today." The detective went silent, and the director continued. He asked what days were available for services. He picked out flowers. He reserved a time slot. The detective asked the only question that mattered. Did he say her name? The director answered, yes, and he didn't hesitate. And the detective realized something terrifying. While the town searched for Marissa, Evan was already planning what comes after she's found dead. Because when detectives checked the date, Evan reserved. It wasn't random. He'd chosen the exact day Marissa's $10 million inheritance became payable.